Good evening, Ricky with the Perfect Blade. Thanks for tuning in. Bring you along as usual for the last two knives of the day. Got a couple of the twins willing. A little thick behind the cutting edge, not bad. So we're still going to thin them and going to thin them on the 1x30. Since these aren't bad, I'll just do the 3M 120 Cubitron belt. That usually seems to do the trick pretty good. It's a little worn. That's kind of the way I like it. So I'll thin them till I see the burr. I always shoot for 10 degrees behind the cutting edge and bring it up to the slack part. Do a little bit of blending. And as I was saying in the video yesterday, how important thinning is to when we come to the belt sanders. It greatly reduces the amount of swipes it takes to bring a burr up. Once you thin, 2 swipes on a 120 Cubitron and we have a burr. Once again, that is huge. And doing our role as professional sharpeners in reducing the amount of heat that we cause when we're sharpening a blade. So 2 swipes, light pressure, consistent angle, that's the key. So we're going to go and get these thinned, and then we'll talk about the progression onto the 1x30 belts and how we sharpen it and the honing process. So all right, it's going to be a little noisy because I'll use the dust control. Sharpen these. I hope I brought the edge of the 1x30 up, trying to look down on it a little bit more with the camera so you can see that burr form. It's really cool. So here goes the dust control and we'll get started. Already see that burr forming right here. I got a burr all the way across on that one. I don't know if you can see that forming. I hope you can. So we got a burr now. I'll bring it up to the slack part of the belt. Little blending. Nice burr. That one's done. Already see the burr forming. So we'll go the slack part. Beautiful looking burr. All right. So brought up a burr on both sides, both knives. Brought it to the slack part, blended it in a little bit. I like blending on the Scotch-Brite, but with this buck tool, and this is a half speed, slow speed, you can do this side of the knife, but the way the design is, I guess I could reach my hand through, but that feels goofy. So still working on that just a little bit. All right, let me switch this out. Normally I have the modified 1x30 set up for the A45 or the A30 belt, but I don't tonight. So we're just going to do everything off the good old slow speed buck tool, in which I'm really enjoying it, by the way. So if you sharpen, I have a topic for conversation. Please comment and let's discuss it like two grown-ups. And that way all these knife sharpening videos end up, somebody's got to be a pro and disagree, but that's how we learn, isn't it? So let's talk about this for just a minute. I'm going to do it like this. Maybe you can see the burr a little better. If you're sharpening or you're grinding, and we always talk about heat buildup in the blade, which by thinning, it drastically reduces that. So I'm thinning. The edge of my knife is heating up. I can feel it. We never, ever let it get even close to the temperature that you would run the temper, just not going to happen. But still, you're getting the blade warm. So if I take that blade off of my belt grinder and it's warm and I dip it in cold water, isn't that how metal cracks? So I've seen people do ice water. So that's the question I have. How do you do it? Talking with a gentleman now, we talk often. He's very, very intelligent on knife steels. And we're talking about a way to actually keep the metal warm through the heating process. Not hot, but warm. Let's say 100 degrees. So if we kept that a consistent 100 degrees, I mean, that just seems like that would work, because I am concerned about sticking it in cold water and rapidly cooling and cracking the metal. So we'll look at it under a microscope one day. All right, so we're gonna go probably just 2 swipes here, and we should have a burr, and we'll move on. I got this set at, because these are the twin Henckels. I sharpen these on a lower angle than I normally would. See, just a pass down and a pass back, and I have a nice burr. Light contact or light pressure. So that's why thinning, I am a huge fan. Put it on, push it up. There's a blade the full length. I mean a burr. Just a light touch, just help refine that burr just a little bit. That one's done. Down and back. Nice burr, down and back. That's all that's needed on that one. So I'll take the Cubitron 120 off, put the A45, which is about a 400 grit. I'm out of my A30s. I haven't ordered yet, but I will. Simple enough, right, to change out. That belt's getting warm. Look at there, I'll have to throw it away now. Don't take a belt but one time, splitting and smacking my fingers to learn. 2 passes and I'm done. I'm just gonna do 1, 2. I saw that burr flip. 1, 2. I see the dust coming over the blade. That tells me it's apex. 1, 2. That is all she wrote on that. All right, on to the honing process. I get comments all the time. Do I think I'm over honing? Obviously not, because I do it all the time. But no, I mean, it might be over honing, or, you know, to some people, but I did mine under magnification. And also, I just simply took tomatoes and cucumbers, and I would do, first I did the same process there, and then I did just a leather belt. Tried it on tomatoes and cucumbers, And then I did the paper wheel leather belt, and it was all right. But when I did the paper wheel, the fat wheel, and the leather wheel, it was, as I always say, an immaculate cut. So that's what I go with, and that's what works for me. So yeah, this is the the razor sharp paper wheel system. You can get it with the abrasive wheel and use them together. I don't use the abrasive wheel. I use only the burr removal and then the hard felt and the leather. That's my preferred process. So half speed. Everything I do is half speed. I'll use the white compound. I'm doing 2 passes at a higher than sharpening angle, very light, and then I'm doing a couple passes at the angle. That's higher. And then at the angle. Now, always check on paper because I can kind of tell what I've done with the burr. If I get a good clean slice with no hesitation, absolutely that is no hesitation. I like it. Hard felt wheel. Hard felt being the key to that one. Sometimes I don't get a clean cut. It's kind of telling me that probably still a little bit of that wire edge hanging on. So I'll do another pass, but that looks good. I'll use the green compound on the leather wheel and then get back inside where it's warm. All right, let's try it. Oh, what a fantastic cut. Look at that. Got to catch right there. So I'll do another pass. No catch now. It's good to go. There we go. I believe that'll put fear into the tomatoes. And that slices through tomatoes so good. It kind of just has that little bite. You know, a lot of times you can, if you go too far with it, when you get to a tomato or cucumber, you know, it just slides off of it. It don't want to cut in there. But there we go. All sharp, ready to go, thinned out. Perfect blade way. Thanks for watching. I'm going inside where it's cold and click the frog here, Mr. Sharpington, to subscribe to my channel. Thanks and have a great evening.